Hi everyone, Abitha here. Welcome to ATR Speaks. Today we will discuss about basic Java interview questions and answers part 4. So let's get started. First question is, what are the main features of OOPS? Answer is inheritance, encapsulation, polymorphism and data abstraction. Next question is, what is an object? In a single word, it is an instance of class. For example, it represents real-world entities like car, jeep, etc. Here, car is an object of class vehicle. Different objects have different states or attributes and behaviors. Next question is, what is a class? A class can be defined as a template or blueprint that describes the behavior or state of the object. It consists of objects in different states and with different behaviors. In this picture, the class shape has objects like rectangle, oval and triangle, etc. That means shape has states like rectangle and circle as well as behaviors like draw or rotate. Next question is, what do you mean by polymorphism? Answer is, polymorphism is one of the core concepts of object-oriented programming. That refers to the ability of a variable, function or object to take on multiple forms. In other words, we can say that we have the same code or operation, but it will behave differently in different contexts. Next is type of polymorphism. Actually, there are two types of polymorphism: static or compile time polymorphism, example method overloading, and runtime polymorphism, example method overriding. So, we just go through the type of polymorphism. First one, static or compile time polymorphism. Java allows you to implement multiple methods within the same class that use the same name. But Java uses a different set of parameters called method overloading and represent a static form of polymorphism. The parameter sets have to differ in at least one of the following three criteria. First point is, they need to have a different number of parameters. For example, one method accepting 2 and other one accepting 3 parameters. Void fun int a comma int b. Void fun int a comma int b comma int c. Next criteria is, the type of the parameters needs to be different. One method accepting a string and another one accepting a long. For example, void fun string a comma string b and another method void fun long a comma long b. Next criteria is, they need to expect the parameters in different order. For example, one method accepts a string and a long, another one accepts a long and a string. This kind of overloading is not recommended because it makes the API difficult to understand. Due to the different sets of parameters, each method has a different signature. That signature allows the compiler to identify which method to call and bind it to the method call. This approach is called static binding or static polymorphism. Next is dynamic polymorphism. This form of polymorphism doesn't allow the compiler to determine the executed method. The JVM needs to do that at runtime. Within an inheritance hierarchy, a subclass can override a method of its superclass. Both methods implemented by the super and subclasses share the same name and parameters. However, they provide different functionality. Here, we'll give you an idea about overloading and overriding. In overloading, method is overloaded with different parameters. And in method overriding, derived class overrides base class method fun. In this example, we are creating two classes, vehicle and bike. Bike class extends vehicle class and override its run method. Here, method invocation is determined by the JVM, not compiler. So, it is known as runtime polymorphism. Here, the sum method is overloaded. These methods have the same name but accept different arguments. Next is advantages of polymorphism. It helps programmers reuse the code and class once written, tested and implemented. Next point is polymorphism helps in reducing the coupling between different functionalities. So, the main advantages of polymorphism is that it enables the computer code to grow and utilize earlier programs. The developer's time and effort are therefore saved. Next question is, what you mean by inheritance? It is the inclusion of behavior, that means methods, and states or variables of base class in a derived class so that they are accessible in that derived class. That means children acquires properties from their parents. It allows us to inherit the properties of one class into another class. The idea behind inheritance in Java is that you can create new classes that are built upon existing classes. When you inherit from an existing class, you can reuse methods and fields of the parent class. Moreover, you can add new methods and fields in your current class also. Inheritance represents the essay relationship, which is also known as parent-child relationship. Hence, the syntax is class, subclass name, extends, superclass name. The extends keyword indicates that you are making a new class that derives from an existing class. The meaning of extends is to increase the functionality. In this example, the class programmer extends class employee. So, the value of salary also get in child class. So, it will gives an output of programmer salary is 40,000 and bonus of programmer is 10,000. In the above example, programmer object can access the field of on class as well as of employee class. That means code reusability. There can be different type of inheritance in Java. First one, single inheritance. Here, the parent class gives rise to just one child class. In multi-level inheritance in Java, a class extends to another class that is already extended from another class. Next is multiple inheritance. Defining derived class from numerous base classes is known as multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance are available in object-oriented programming with C++, but it is not available in Java. Fortunately, Java developers have interface concepts expecting the developers to achieve multiple inheritance by using multiple interfaces. Hierarchical inheritance in Java is the sort of inheritance when numerous subclasses derive from a single class. Next is hybrid inheritance. It is a combination of two or more types of inheritance. The main advantages of hybrid inheritance in Java are reusability and modularity of the code. Next point is main advantages of inheritance. It provides code reusability and also method overriding. That means runtime polymorphism. That's about part 4. My video is over. If you liked my video, please share and subscribe. See you next time with other one. Bye bye.